a dial.
So today, Chris is not gonna be here, so it's just gonna be me hanging out with my man's over here, you know, Cricket, and we're gonna try to get as much done on the car, you know, fabrication-wise, and then maybe Chris will hang out later tonight, you know, after 5 o'clock. We'll drink some beers and see what else we can knock out on the car.
Fuel cell cradle, battery, and surge tank is done. We are working on rear bash bar and fitting the rear bumper mount. Also have to build front tube chassis. Perfect. I got the front fenders, I got the front bumper, just came in. I need the hood, that way I can do all my bars and make sure everything fits.
Hey, 5:30, drink Coronas. Oh man, that's a nice list.
That's the best. Maybe you might switch this to 5, you never know.
Oh my god, you crazy?
Bracket right here in the middle with your 2 bolts. Bracket over there on each corner. As the FD requirement is 4 3/8" bolts per side. So I'm gonna have 4 on that side, 4 on that side, and 2 in the middle. So I actually have 2 more than you actually need. I'm just gonna match the other side. Mock it up, tack it in, and make sure the bumper fits, and go from there. I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. I'm gonna make a little cutout on this side, because this huge ass indented license plate bracket is entirely in the way. So we're gonna cut it out, and we're gonna make it look really cool.
The bash bar is basically done.
It is most definitely not basically done. The outline of it is basically done, and now I'm letting the creative juices flow to make it a one of a kind. 2 of a kind, because we're gonna build 2 of them. But I wanted it to be something different, something nobody's ever seen before, not your basic just bash bar. I want a little bit of, you know, artwork into it. So it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be original. You're gonna like it. Guaranteed. If not, Loxley will give you your money back for the video.
Money back? You're watching this video for free.
Hey, well, whatever. I mean, UNICEF can help out. Good.
Well, anyways, if you like this video, subscribe, like, leave a comment.
9 o'clock, how about that?
We got the new CNR radiator. This
Like a little bit. Like that
just,
would work?
yeah,
About that high?
about that high. No, we're gonna get rid of all this anyway, so
Yeah.
as long as that doesn't touch it.
So I go as high as I can up to that?
As high as you can, then we gotta fit the shroud though.
Okay, the shroud's going on top or on the bottom? Is it sucking or pushing?
I'm probably gonna push
What?
it.
You're famous.
Ooh.
Someone made your car in Forza.
Somebody made that car.
Damn.
Made it. That's the best one I've seen so far. That looks really good. Who was that?
No, some dude
Let me
tagged
see
you.
it.
Save it. Repost
Let me see.
it.
Right.
That was good.
With the
That
wheels
was
and
really
everything.
good.
Wow.
With the
We need to
wheels and
send
With
him
the
a
wheels?
shirt.
Dude.
Just needs the red seats.
We need to
That
send
was
him
possible.
something. He
Send
did
him a
really
shirt,
good.
dude.
If we can get this part, the back as high as we can, and the front down a little low, just enough to
Let
get the
your
fuel
side
in there.
roll down a little more. Just like that.
Give you that proper fit.
More? A little bit.
So I think we'll leave it like this. I'm gonna make 2 of them, just in case, you know, somebody rear ends them, like a BMW. And I've owned probably more BMWs than anybody but Duarte. So I'll do the surge here and the battery here, whatever the distance, you know. So if the surge is that far away from that side, I'm gonna put the battery that far away.
Yeah.
So it's because everything's symmetrical in
And
this.
then the lines will just go.
The lines will go down.
Go down to
Yeah.
the right side.
And go down like this and cut down, or cut, you know, one line cut through this side and go through, and the other side cut through that side. Man, I wish they had this thing fucking angled out this way instead.
You can weld it up, man.
I could, but I don't feel like fucking with this. It'd be a pain in the ass.
It would be a pain. We can get
Kyle will do it?
Kyle to do it with his welder. What?
That's a good idea. Like, hey Kyle, I don't like this. Can you change it for me?
Yep.
You got me, homie. I know you do. Do this way with a 90, and then holes for it, and have my bars come up and tie into it with their own plates. Kids, don't become a welder. Burns everywhere. Oh, should I tell them why I wear flip-flops?
Yeah.
Since everybody always asks about it. Okay, so you always see me in long sleeves and long pants usually. Always long sleeves if I can. Flip-flops though, these are called my fabrication flops. See what happens was when liquid metal, it's all molten, it goes into your boot. It just bounces around in there. There's nowhere for it to go until it cools off. And it's gonna cool off on your flesh. So I wear flip-flops. The worst thing that happens is it might fall down, hit, like that one, and then it just bounces off. But no cuts, no bruises, no dings, no dents. And I don't burn holes through my shoes every day.
Guys, look at this right here. Look how crazy this setup is. Honestly, what do you think? If somebody hits him from behind, they're just gonna go straight underneath his car. I mean, I kind of feel bad.
They're gonna lift him up off the ground.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for whoever hits him in the back, man, because your car is getting wrecked.
Yeah, come see me afterwards. We'll give you a tube chassis front. So we'll give you a good price if you end up hitting the rear end of this. 30% over market value for a tube chassis front end. I got you.
Oh.
So we are currently working on the rear mount radiator. So the nice thing is we have to weld this in, but until it gets powdered, I'm not gonna weld it in, which makes everything very convenient for pulling it in and out of the car. I don't have to try and weld in tight spots, obviously, so everything I can get to makes it nice and neat. Yeah, basically. So I'm working on the rear mount radiator. I should have everything built for it to mount it.
So right here, this is gonna be unboltable, right?
Yep, I'm just gonna have, this is 3/16, so what I'm gonna do is drill a hole and I'm gonna tap it, and I'll drill a hole for this, and I'll be able to bolt right to the fuel cell cradle on both sides, and the back is gonna have a similar one, but a lot shorter. So we actually have a pitch, about 45-degree pitch for it. So this next one's just gonna come out, same thing,
Okay.
but just go really light, and then we can take the radiator, mount it to this, and then set it into the car and bolt it in from the sides. It's
Okay.
a lot easier to be able to bolt it in from the sides, especially since, if you can see, we cut this whole side out, the rear quarter, so I can actually get right to the bolts with the body off.
Right in there.
Right in the ear.
Look at it. Ain't nothing in there, man.
It's gonna be nice and easy. Yeah, it's nice, right? Everything comes right out. All that work I did, just unbolts.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna finish this section and I'll,
And then throw it in and see what it looks like.
oh yeah.
All
Got
right.
to. Nope.
All right, so let's check the progress going on here. So what's going on, man? The updates. Boom! It's finally in, and it closes and everything, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, sweet.
I'm just taking a picture for Chris so he can see battery access, how much room there is. The rear of the radiator is going to lift up another inch to allow more room for my fittings from the surge tank to the fuel cells. Good, we're gonna do a big fan up top. I have about 4 inches of clearance, so I'm gonna do a big shroud. The CNR radiator actually has a 1/4 inch gap in between where the radiator is and the bracket for it, so it actually leaves room for you guys to get a shroud And most shrouds, you know, take up about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. This actually fits inside the radiator, so you actually don't take up any more room with your shroud. So it gives you a little bit more clearance. So for instance, I need 4 inches to make that work with the size fan that I want. So if I lift it, and it's 4.5. So with that extra piece for the shroud, that gets me down to, you know, 4 3/8, which gives me plenty of room. It's a 4-inch fan, the depth of it, so that gives me just a little bit of room. And we're gonna have UpFab do the close off over here for us. Jamie Panic over at UpFab helps us out all the time. Amazing fabricator. We're gonna end up covering this whole section off from the back because FD regulations state that your radiator and your fuel cell have to be completely blocked off from the driver for protection. So we'll be blocking that off, having him come in, fit everything. He's got a really sweet brake, so he's gonna make us an awesome plate, you know, to help out with the regulations for us. And we're gonna be wrapping up the back end of this car probably by Thursday morning. And then move right to the front and keep on trucking. I'm gonna try and get done with this car by Monday. We'll see. Hold me to it. Fuel cell gets in tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get to drop that plate in, drop in the fuel cell, so Chris can run his lines from the surge tank to the fuel cell and run his battery lines. So I'm basically done back here. I have 2 more brackets to do to hold the radiator into place, locked in. And I'll be moving to the front and doing the tube chassis. So stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, and tag a friend. Huh? Peace out.
All right, man.
I need beer.
Let us know what you like.
Give me some Coronas.
Coronas?
Coronas, please.
Oh, man, I got
It's
you.
6 o'clock, man.
But
it's almost 7.
drop a comment letting us know what you think of this rear mount radiator setup in Alex's car. And we'll see you in the next episode.